Hey guys, good afternoon. How are you? So I just kind of wanted to share something with you guys about relationships. I just hear so many of my friends and colleagues that are just going through so much, and I kind of, some expertise in the area. So I really wanted to kind of share some things with you guys and really be able to help those who might be kind of struggling in certain areas. Okay, so new relationships, ugh, they can be pretty daunting, right? Dating itself can be pretty daunting, right? Give you a little background about me. So I used to be married and divorced, a short marriage, and then I was engaged for like 10 plus years. And so I call it quits after some inappropriate things that were happening in our relationship. I loved him, he loved me, but we just kind of outgrew each other in so many different ways. And then disrespectful things started happening in the relationship that just wasn't okay. Especially when you're talking about getting married, okay? And he bought 3 rings, three, and was about to buy a fourth ring. But no, because what I realized was there was no commitment behind the ring. It was okay as long as we were in a relationship and as long as I was going along with just us being happy. And for I could think back about in a relationship at times where I wasn't happy and I know he wasn't, and some things were happening, and you know and I took him back and we broke up and I took him back. And that is of no one's fault but of my own. And that's what happened when you love someone. So I'm just here to say, look out for the red flags, like in the relationships, like when you start dating, know who you're dating, ask the questions. Guys get really uncomfortable when you ask the questions. They're always really quick to say, it was her fault. She did it. She was the demise of our relationship, XYZ. And as a woman, I just think that we should be so much smarter and so much wiser. There is something that God gave us that He did not give to men, and that's called, you know what it is. Let's say it together, woman intuition. And it never leads us far off from anything. And I just want everyone to be happy. We live, we learn, right? Yes, we live, we learn. So, in saying all of that, right? Yes, we cannot escape certain things from happening. It's gonna happen, and sometimes people just grow apart. But when you got a cheater, or you got somebody who just lie to you all the time, or just deceptive in so many ways, you want to get away from that. It becomes kind of toxic, and it's not good for you. And sometimes girls have a tendency to like throw shade at the girls, like it's the girl's fault, but it ain't the girl's fault, you know. And you get with somebody ex, and you looking at her like she did something wrong. But a lot of the cases, like it works both ways. And I say, make sure that you know the truth. You don't just listen to what somebody tell you about a relationship that happened in the past. People always say she crazy. He crazy. He jealous. He this. He that. He that. But just make sure that we do our homework. Like in dating now, it's so much going on. I mean, people are just all over the place, and they don't know how to settle. And some of us, not all of us women, we're there's so many desperate women out here, like so desperate. They don't care if you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever. They are like, hey, what can I get out of this? And then the women who are in relationships who are just